Do you feel stressed if you don't have your GPS watch? Does your workout even count if it's not on Strava? If so, you may have GPS watch separation anxiety. And so I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why you should train without a watch and how it can actually make you faster. Hey, it's Coach Eric talking about naked triathlon training, and by that I mean no watch. When was the last time that you did a workout and have no idea how long it took you or how far you went? Yeah, crazy talk, I know. Today I was 10 minutes into my drive to the pool when I realized I'd forgotten my watch. I felt this rush of stress and disappointment go through my body and actually had the thought, I can't have a good workout without my watch. I should turn around back home and go get it. Then I said, no, nothing is messed up here. You know this can actually be a good thing. And so I swam naked today, no watch, and it felt like freedom. Whew, that's about all I could handle. Ugh, okay, that feels better. You know, we've all been there. We've started a swim, a bike, or a run, and a couple minutes in, we have this expectation of our pace, and so we look at our watch. Too fast. And so we slow it down a bit, and then a couple minutes later we look at the watch again. Too slow, and so then we speed up, and then might be back and forth for a little while. And so we're just constantly looking at that watch, and might even be yo-yoing with pace. Obviously, technology can be super helpful for training. We've got cadence and power and elevation and stroke count, and obviously I use it a lot and encourage my athletes to use it for certain purposes. But when we feel like we can't have a good workout without it, then perhaps it becomes a problem. And so we actually can become faster athletes without using it, and it can also help prevent burnout. Here's how. Every athlete should train without a watch or data for 3 main reasons. Number 1, you will become more attuned to your body and how it feels at different paces. Learning what feels easy or fast to you helps you dial in what pace that you should actually be using for your recovery workouts or perhaps some of your harder speed workouts. Not only that, there may be other factors that affect your pace, things like hills, temperature, wind, humidity. Is it a morning workout, afternoon workout? Have you caffeinated or not? Are you a little bit dehydrated? Is your body warmed up better or not? There's all those factors where you have to change your pace even if there's been something that's been prescribed to you. So for example, your workout is not going to be the same if it's 60 degrees with 50% humidity versus if it's 88 degrees with 88% humidity. You have to adjust your pace. If you try to keep the same pace, regardless of what you're doing, you're not going to do as well in the hotter temperatures. And the best way you customize your body to doing this, and you're able to achieve this, is by, guess what? Training without a watch. Reason number 2 to train without a watch is to increase your enjoyment. The whole reason why you got into the sport was to have fun. It's not that you're not having fun, but there certainly can be times where you can sporadically go without the watch. Most of us are looking at it every 2 minutes, and so you're probably missing your surroundings and not really enjoying as much of what you're doing because you're constantly worried about the metrics that you're supposed to perform at. Not only is this great to do sporadically during the racing season, where perhaps you could do a workout without a watch and then do a similar one in a week or 2 later with one and compare how you felt during those 2 workouts, but this is especially helpful if you're starting to feel burned out or even in the off season where you're still getting your training in, but you're not using as many metrics, you're not focused on as many of those. There's a 6-mile trail loop that I tripped so many times on some of the terrain looking at my watch that I finally decided, you know what, I'm going to try to run this without one. And so I do a lot of times if I have an easy 6-mile run, I won't bring anything. I know it's 6 miles, I know how far I'm going, but I'll just enjoy it, and I certainly don't trip as much as a result. And so I'm taking in the scenery and the sunset and whatever else. And so whether you're on the trail or the city streets, it can be much more enjoyable and you're still out there doing your training. Reason number 3 is race day. What if you wake up race morning and your watch doesn't work? Or what if you're like me and as you were pulling off your wetsuit, it accidentally hit the stop button and didn't realize it until 10 minutes into the bike that your watch was totally not functioning at all. So if you've trained in every scenario, which is like what you want to do in a race, prepare for everything, at that point you can at least say, you know what, this wasn't the plan, but I can race well without the watch. I've done this by feel. This is still going to be a great race without the exact metrics that I was planning on using. Besides, I want to be able to train and race well on my terms with or without a watch. It's up to me, not the watch. I hope this video is helpful for you and you try working out naked a few times. See what I did there? Yeah. For those of you who have a stronger separation anxiety, you can try wearing the watch and maybe wearing a long sleeve or covering it somehow, and that way you start it, leave it alone, do your swim, bike, or run, and then when you're finished, hit stop and see, especially based on how you felt, how close were you to what you thought you were doing versus what you actually did. So it can actually be really a good way to not only get in tune with your body, but also enjoy training a lot more and then really prepare yourself for anything happening in a race. So put a comment, tell me what it was like to try training naked, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another video, and until next week, I will see you on the trails.